Hey, Brian Manning here. Welcome to the Garden Report. Josue Pavon here. We recapped the Celtics 95-92 loss to the Magic in our last video. Go check that out on Celtics All Access. And now we're going to do the panic meter. You remember the panic meter?
I just pictured it as soon as you said that.
John, Jimmy. It's kind of mixed and matched now. John was pretty calm to start the year, picking up the heat a little bit.
He was almost fanning. Remember that? He turned into a little fanboy.
Yeah, he was in the green. I think he kind of went green past me, and I was
first month.
I was probably in the yellow or whatever, wherever you want to place yourselves. Let's place ourselves.
I'm like in the middle somewhere. But
so yeah, 1-10 right now. 4 losses in 5 games. Offense sinking. Still probably the worst in the league coming out of this one over the last 5 games. 1-10. Where's your panic meter at?
Good question. I'm gonna give it a 4. I'll give it a 4, and this is why. Again, I talked about this in the last video. I expected this to happen, this rough patch. I just didn't expect it to happen now. Whether it happens now, whether it happens into the new year, which I thought would be around the time where, wins would be hard to come by for a little bit. They have to get over that hump, and if that happens within the next couple of weeks or so, or at least within the next week to 10 days, then you're in great shape. Again, I'm not expecting the Celtics team to hold the #1 spot in the Eastern Conference all season long. I was expecting them to face adversity. However, this is the time that we talked about the first week of the season. Once the shine wears off of being the brand new coach and being the guy that everyone wants to play for, and that everyone's in the situation that no one asked for, and the way they've passed all they passed the test with flying colors in the sense of how this team's going to start. We knew that once the shine wears off, Joe Mazzulla's going to be put on the spot, and I think that's what we're seeing right now. How is he going to lead this team throughout this tough stretch? Will he continue to give them all the responsibility or most of the responsibility? Having them call what they want to call, having that type of freedom on offense, but still trying to get back to the disciplined defensive team that they once were. How does he navigate this team through that? And if they're not the same defensive team that we saw last year, they got to be somewhat close to that, right, Bobby? If we're talking about a championship team here, and we can look back to the first couple of weeks and say, man, that was historic and everything, and maybe they didn't they weren't able to keep that that historic offense going. But if they can revert back to somewhat to what they were doing defensively, and you find them somewhere in the middle in terms of being that top tier offensive team with the MVP leader and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and obviously Marcus Smart and what these guys do as leaders on this team, then I think they'll be in good shape. But it's still that if they have to get over this hump.
Yeah, I'm going to go 5.5, right past that halfway mark.
What is this, a pizza review? Okay, all right, that's not too far.
Just a tick past the middle mark. I am slightly concerned. I've said all along, I don't love the three-point reliance on this team. Every night seeing 40 fly up.
Yeah, you've been saying that.
It's tough to watch to me sometimes. And yes, great actions, great drive and kick game. But as you said in our recap video, the Magic wanted them to do that. I think funneled it to spots where Smart, White, and some of the weaker shooters are shooting them.
They want that.
And a lot of those times they're shooting early in the clock, throwing it to Al Horford on the trail. These are things that worked early on, so I don't mind them sticking with that stuff. But you do have to show an adaptability, getting shots at the basket. I do like that they're putting that, if you notice, Rob and the 4 starters back together once Rob comes off the bench.
Yeah, I like that.
So that's a positive. But your Joe Mazzulla point's good. His approach has worked so far. Is he trying? Is there some trial and error here in terms of staying the course and seeing when he needs to get tough? We do have that Lakers moment of him stepping in and calling out Tatum, and that is the reason that I'm a little calm. I'm not going full panic mode yet, is that Tatum's been so great. Brown's been awesome. I thought he was solid in this one. Defensively, stepped up at moments. But they got to be more consistent. They got to be able to do the things that they do offensively, quarter in, quarter out. Cut down on these turnovers. And it's so much is going wrong now. So much of their confidence is shot. I think of Sam Hauser. I think of Derek White. I think some guys like that are really reeling right now. They went to Peyton Pritchard for like a minute in this one for some relief, and he shot a ball way over the basket. So guys like that, we know Tatum and Brown can get back to their level as shooters, as scorers, as playmakers. But the guys like Horford and Hauser and White, like guys that were scorching to start this year, seeing them go now into the 20s is tough to watch because their confidence and their ability to shoot quick and make good decisions on the fly. Even Grant, who's still shooting well this month, 43%.
Yeah, he's still above 40.
You got to have those guys in sync and in the flow of the offense and not second-guessing themselves. And Smart's trying to pull them out of that. It didn't work tonight. I asked Smart, are they pressing? Are you sensing guys are pressing, getting down on themselves? I've actually asked him that twice now during this stretch, and he thinks they are.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I'm glad he said that, but I'm glad also that you brought up Grant Williams, because I think he's a big part of this. Yep. I mean, this is a great teaching moment for him.
Get aggressive.
Yeah, I mean that, and the being the inbound, the guy who has to put the ball in crucial moments, and he just that lead pass was just a little too much on it. The second one, I mean, you do the best you can in that moment, right? With that much time left on the clock, that was the play they drew up. You get a shot up. I mean, look, you shouldn't have been in that situation to begin with, However, that first one, I think that's a good teachable moment for Grant, and I'm looking forward to seeing him bounce back.
Yeah, for sure. Tell us where your panic meter's at. 1 to 10 down in the comments.
Yeah,
below.
Hit us up.
Of course, we're brought to you by Rocket Money, rocketmoney.com/Garn. It's going to get you great tools.
That one guy's going to be like, it's a 1. You guys are terrible. Leave him alone.
No, we'll get some 10s too. Don't worry. Rocketmoney.com/Garn gets you great tools to see what you're subscribed to, what you don't need, and you can get rid of it right in the app. So rocketmoney.com/Garden takes you right there to download it. Check it out. See if it's for you, and make good use of it. Save yourself some money this holiday season. You've already spent a bunch.
Especially at this time of the year, for real.
Athleticgreens.com/Garn is get you 5 free travel packs. They're great powder, probiotics, and more in there. Everything you need for your body with good energy boosts and a nice tropical flavor as well. They're going to throw in a year's supply of vitamin D as well for you with those 5 free travel packs when you go to athleticgreens.com/Garn. Head over there, check the reviews. They're great. And com.com/Garn for 40% off a premium subscription of that great app.
Take care of your mental health.
Bobby Manning, TD Garden. This is the Garden Report. We'll see you on Wednesday for Celtics Pacers, and from our back on Tuesday with some practice coverage of the Celtics, a badly needed practice as they're going their skid right now and lose 4 out of the last 5 games.
But don't worry, guys. It's a new episode of the Cedric Maxwell Podcast with Mark Spears. You can check it out right now.
All right, go do that.